Hey sneak peeps! It's Madeline here at the South by Southwest 2018 premiere of Vida. Vida is centered around Emma and Lynn, two sisters from a Latinx community returning home to Los Angeles after the death of their mother.
Can you tell me what drew you to this series originally?
What drew me to the series? Well, after reading the script and everything, once being actually involved in a part of it, it's just the world, The world was it was just real. It was authentic. It wasn't, it wasn't stereotyped. It wasn't what America, I guess, would typically imagine this community is like. So just seeing that, reading these characters, it was just like, oh man, I know all these people, I know people like this, and I think that's the most beautiful thing, that we're representing a community how it, should be represented.
Well, I knew about Tanya as a playwright. I was familiar with her work, and I admired her and respected her, and I thought she was a great writer. And then I heard about this show, and it was about Latinx characters, and I was like, I have to be a part of this. And then I read the breakdown, and the character Lynn I just was immediately drawn to it, and I felt very connected to it. You just sometimes read a character and you're like, that's perfect for me. Like, I feel like that was meant for me. And then it was, which is awesome when it does happen, that you do get the part that you really want. And I just think it's a special show. There aren't a lot of Latinx gays shows out there, and to have a story with this caliber of writing and production, and to have the support of stars behind us, and to be able to tell these stories of these characters that are not stereotyped is a gift, and it's amazing, and I feel really blessed to be a part of this.
Well, honestly, I heard about it about a year before it was announced. I heard about it a year before we started shooting. It was announced, and I was a fan of Tanya's as a playwright, and I was just so excited that this show was happening. So that alone was really amazing, and then little did I know that a year later I'd be on set shooting it. It's been a dream.
So what drew me to the series originally is that these are stories that haven't been told yet and that haven't been seen in the mainstream media, and it was so special because we all knew that this is the first time that people are going to see this, and so to be a part of that and be a part of that discussion, and especially in our Latinx community, right, in our traditions, we still have a lot of old mindset and old thoughts and the conservative and the machismo and everything, and so it was just really wonderful because this series goes like straight in the face of that and be like, here you go. Here's more than what we're used to, and here in your face are things that a lot of families hide and deal with it, right? And so it's beautiful because it just opens up that channel of communication.
Can you just tell me a little bit about your character and the process of preparing for that?
Well, my character is he's like your local neighborhood hero, He's the guy that grew up in east side of LA, and everybody knows him. He kind of has his life set, he knows what he's gonna do. He's engaged, he's gonna have a baby, but he's a human, He's a human who has feelings, and he has a major soft spot for Lynn. So, everyone has a first love. So I think people will be able to relate to that as well,
So my role is Cruz. Now, Cruz is a out and proud, sexually liberated lesbian who has a checkered history, like with Emma, and you get just like little bits of it as the series goes. You'll start seeing more and more, and you'll see what happens with them, and everything will come to light. But Cruz is someone who is born and raised in the east side of Los Angeles, who is very dedicated to her community, and is a social worker, and so deals with the gentrification, LGBTQ community, and helping out. And so she's very passionate and just a grounded force, which you'll see too in the show.
I do try to create relationships with the other characters first. I create memories because it's important to know where your character came from, like why they are the way that they are on the first moment that you meet them, but that's not the beginning of their life. Their life has been going on for a while, so you have to figure out their beliefs and how they grew up and what they like and what they don't like, and figure out why they act the way that they do. So that's something that I try to do first, and then basically you just go with the flow. I play off of my co-stars, and we feed off each other, and we learn and we grow in the process. You start discovering things on set. Tanya was on set with us most of the time, and she would help us like find our way, and it's just a journey of self-discovery basically, because you discover as much as you discover about the character, you discover about yourself too, and so it's something really beautiful, and I hope I did the character justice, and I hope that I played Lynn with the truth necessary for people to be able to identify with her, because she's a very flawed human being, but she's very relatable, and I think lots of women out there are going to be able to see themselves in her.
Is there a character you most identify with?
All of them. They're all my children. It's weird because sometimes I'm a Lynn today, I'm an Emma today. My politics are like Marty's politics. You know, like I'm a amalgamation of all those characters. It feels like, and I feel right now with this actors, I feel like a proud mama. You know, like because they're so. It's been such a labor of love, and they've done so well. I'm so proud of them.
What do you hope the viewers take away from the series?
Well, Vida is a very special show, and I hope that, first of all, they take away the Latinx experience, and how the fact that you have certain heritage, it does make you who you are, but that doesn't separate you from the yearnings of mankind. Basically, every human being wants the same thing. We all want to be loved, and we want to find a place where we feel safe, and where we feel at home, and where we belong in our family, in our community, in the world. So I hope that this little window that we're opening into this world of Vida on the east side of Los Angeles just makes people see how special this community is, and how similar we all are, and yeah, just feel the love.
I hope they just embrace it and open their eyes to, the world, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, don't be so close-minded off what you think, and I just hope they embrace us, and, and yeah.
Well, I really hope that viewers really just sit down and enjoy and go on the ride, and whatever emotions come up, that's the beautiful thing about it. Just to be able to feel, to laugh, to cry, to let it out. Right now, I think it's important to have a show like Vida, so that the community could really just feel something other than maybe other things they're feeling, and maybe other types of emotions and experiences maybe other experiences and emotions can come from watching Vida on Stars, and that's what I look forward to, to seeing the audience reactions, and also how this will change the cultural landscape, and I really do believe it will.
Yeah, I really hope that it really does open a bit of a door for people to see the Latinx experience, I guess, American and queer and family and broken, and really understand that we're all just kind of working together and are the same people in a lot of ways. And I think that if we can really look into each other's lives and get to know each other, we'll realize we're a lot more the same than we are different. So that would be really amazing for the viewers to take away, and to just, I think, other Latinx people to really see themselves reflected on screen and represented.
The viewers can see themselves reflected in the characters, because there are a lot of characters that haven't been seen before on network television, right? And so I hope that they see themselves in that, and not only that, but that we normalize some of these things, that there's still a stigma and that we still have prejudices against.
And what is it like filming in your hometown?
It's cool. Like we filmed like a lot on a soundstage, but the beautiful thing about that is like respecting like the city and respecting our activists, and so that's really important to me, that the production and Tanya and stars respected the community that we're shooting in, and to have those memories, you know, like in the funeral scene, to have, you know, been at Evergreen before, to have different memories of the corners, you know, the 4 different corners right there. And it was really special because I felt like I was paying tribute and paying respect to those that came before me, and hopefully also for setting up space, you know, for those to come after this, because I feel there's going to be so much more to be created from the genius of Tanya Saracho. So
Stars came to me and they told me, do you know the term chipster? And I said, yeah, Chicano hipster, yeah. Do you know gentrification? Do you know this term? Gentrification is a mixture of words. Gente, meaning people, and gentrification. I was like, I don't know that term. Well, it's the gentrification of a Latino space by a Latino, which usually gentrifies a space, even though they're Latino. So I was fascinated by that. They were like, can you write a pilot? Yeah. And then I came back with this. I thought if we held on to sisters, to family, we could have in the background the term, you know, the gentrification, but like if we just hold on to family, which is what we're doing. The show is about family and about coming home, and so it's embodying the term gentrification, but in a very organic family way, you know.